guys, and welcome to another studio vlog. It's a new year, so I'm excited to be getting back into making videos after having a few weeks off for Christmas. So this year I want to hopefully get Posy the Posty finished and completed, published and sent out to you guys. Fingers crossed I do finish that. I'd be very surprised if I don't, but you know, it's taken me a long time to get as far as I have because there's been so many like pushbacks and different things happening with it, sort of out of my control, sort of for good reasons. If you want to know them, go and check out my video. I'll link it down below if you want to go and watch that. And I also want to work on a bunch of new products for you guys, so that's what I'm going to be doing this month, and I'll be doing it throughout the year as well, but I have lots of exciting ones that I want to work on. I've had so many ideas and I've kind of been saving them till after Christmas, so I'm really excited that I'll actually be able to work on them now. But I've also got my shop still in Horsham. That finishes at the end of January. I think it's like January the 23rd. We have to be completely out. In my last video I did say I wanted to do a lot more painting, so recently I've kind of not been doing that much traditional art. I've just been sticking to doing digital art just because it's a bit quicker and easier, and usually I'm happier with my iPad pieces than I am with my traditional pieces. I'm so used to drawing on my iPad that I've kind of forgotten how to use paints and inks and all that kind of thing, so I really want to get back into it because I do enjoy it, but I just have been feeling like I preferred my digital art more recently. But I want to get back into working my sketchbook because it's a lot of fun. I have a lot of art supplies to use. I really need to start thinking of it as just something fun to do. It doesn't have to be anything professional and anything finished, you know, it's just me practicing and drawing in my sketchbook. I just need to get into my head that it doesn't really matter how good or how bad the pieces are, you know, it's just about experimenting and playing around with different supplies, different papers, all that kind of thing, techniques, and I just need to create art and eventually I'll be happy with something. So today I'm going to be making some keyrings. I'm going to be making some little needle felted keyrings. I have these stencils here and I'm going to be using these to make some keyrings, so yeah, let's go and get started on that now. I've now finished making this little guy, and I've got to attach the keyrings to him. So I bought these little cute clip keyrings to go on, and these little hoopy link things that you clip together, and I'm going to add them to him and just make it really cute and everything. So yeah, let's do that now.
Blame it on the internet. I just hope that someone else can make this stop. 'Cause I think I'm turning around. Oh, it's time to stop pretending. Call me out, I'll be overwhelmed. And I'm sorry for not speaking it. I never share my feelings, but I'll finally get to be myself.
So earlier today I dropped off my new bear keyrings to the shop in Horsham, and I'm going to leave them there until the end of the month, and then if there are any left I will put them up on my website for you guys to buy. I'm probably going to make some more because I had a lot of fun making them, so there will be lots of different designs. I'm hoping that I'll probably do a big shop update in February with a bunch of new products. I have actually just put up this mask and this mug on my store that I made last week, but I think that's going to be it for now. I'm not going to put any new products up until February time. If you want to go and grab one of the masks or the new fox mugs, my link for my shop is down below in the description if you want to go and check it out and grab some for yourself. So today what I think I'm going to do is I want to work on making some more cactus bears. So they were really popular in Horsham and I've completely sold out of them, so I want to make some more for my table. I also want to edit the photos I took last night of the keyrings. They're obviously not going to go up in my shop yet, but I think it's just a good idea just to get the photo editing out of the way, so they'll be ready for me to put up as soon as I get them back. What else do I want to do today? At some point this week I want to make some more earrings. So I went to the shop today and most of my earrings have already sold, so I want to make some more star earrings, and I think I'm also going to make some flat earrings as well. You'll see what I mean when I make them. The only issue with that is my resin UV lamp thing is really bad, so I've ordered a new one which will be arriving tomorrow. I'm actually working tomorrow, so I'll get to try that out on Friday, which I'm really excited about because the one I've got at the moment is so bad and a new lamp is desperately needed, and it will just make it so much easier and I'll be able to make loads of cute earrings and just kind of fire out more than I'm able to at the moment. So I think, yeah, I'm probably going to spend today making some cactus bears, and then maybe if I have some time I'll start making some earrings, but I'm not sure whether I'll be able to do that or not, because I think I'm going to try and make 3 cactus bears today. We'll see how that goes.
From a movie scene to made up people in my dreams. The last time, if I recall, was a feeling of being alone. I don't know where I'm going isn't far, but in case I go, no need to be stressed. Gotta take it home. I really miss the shade of blue. Just take it slow. I'll wait to find love better here.
So I finished making this one little guy. However, I think I'm gonna stop making these for tonight just because I'm kind of getting a little bit bored of it, and I'll make a couple of others another day. But for now I think I'm just gonna sit down and do some photo editing of the photos I took of the keyrings.
It won't be too long till we arrive the coming day. Please ignore my restless face.
So over the last few days I've just been doodling in my iPad. I came up with this little thank you card design, which hopefully I will turn into a card eventually, and that will be released in my next shop update. I've also been thinking a lot about my shop in Horsham, upcoming conventions and markets and those kind of things. So the Horsham shop is closing on the 22nd. I need to remove all my stuff there, so the official closing date is the 21st. So not long yet left until, you know, that's all over. However, it is coming back in April, for April to June, later on in the year, which is really, really good, and I'm excited to be part of it again. However, I do want to think about different ways I can lay out my table, new products, all that kind of things, and kind of use what I've learned from these last few months to make my table there even better. So I've got to work on that, and I've also decided that I'm not going to be doing any markets until closer to Christmas, so probably September onwards, just because they take up a lot of time and I feel like that is the best time of year to do them. However, I am going to be doing I'm hoping to be doing a really big convention in London. They haven't even released the tables yet, they're releasing them at the end of the month, but I'm going to go for a spot. It's a convention I've been wanting to do for a long time now, but thanks to the pandemic they just keep being cancelled, but they're doing them this year, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to get a spot there, because it's just something I've wanted to do for years, and I'm really excited about making all these new products as well. I've been coming up with loads of ideas, table layouts, just doing a bit of research about what I think will work really well at this convention. So I will be working on that over the next few months, as long as I do get a table. But I have come up with loads of new product ideas anyway that I will probably do whether or not I get this convention, because I do think they're good and you guys will like them. So over the last few days I've had two things arrive. One of them is this. So this is it's a phone tripod from AliExpress. It was about 12 quid plus postage, so I think it came to about £25 in the end, and it opens up really, really tall, but I'm not going to open it right now. But basically this is a light here, you put your phone in here and you can stand up like that or in different directions, and it goes up much, much taller as well. It goes up really, really tall, and this is going to be great for filming TikToks and Instagram Reels, because you get a really, really good like overhead shot with it. So I'm really excited to try that out sometime later in the week. And then the other thing I got is this. So I finally got around to getting a UV lamp, so I'm really excited to see how this works, because the one I've got at the moment is absolutely awful. It's so bad, it's rubbish, and hopefully this will do the job a bit better, and it'll be a lot faster and everything. So because that has now arrived, I'm going to be spending today working on making some new earrings, because they've been really, really popular on my shop and at the shop in Horsham too. Okay, so I've got this all set up, but as you can see it's on like a sensor, which is kind of annoying. I think what I'm gonna have to do is put a little bit of tape over that. It's only on for like 30 seconds at a time anyway, so it's not like it's gonna set fire or anything. There you go. Let's see if that works. So I think I'm gonna have to leave them in the lamp for a while, so I'm gonna go and get started with making some more stars for the earrings, and then I'll check back up on the lamp in a few hours time, I guess.
I got my head out the sunroof, I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind. You got me stuck on the thought of you. You're making me feel brand new. You're more than a sunshine in my eyes. You got those pretty eyes in your head, you know it. You got me dancing in my bed, so let me show it. You are exactly what I want, kinda cool and kinda not. Wanna give myself to you. Yeah, we're driving down the freeway at night. I only got one thing in the back of my mind. I'm feeling like this might be my time to shine with you, with you, with you. I got my head out the sunroof, I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind. You got me stuck on the thought of you. You're making me feel brand new. You're more than a sunshine in my eyes. I got my head out the sunroof. You got me stuck on the thought of you.
Unfortunately, I'm not sure how well this lamp is working. I might have to return it because it's not really doing a great job, and it's just really annoying. We will see though. I'm going out right now, but tomorrow I'll try and get it to work, and hopefully dry these earrings, because it's really frustrating. If you have any advice on drying resin, please let me know. I mean, I know that the easiest way is to leave it out in the garden, but you know, I live in England and it's the middle of winter, so there is no sun whatsoever, and even in the summer on like the hottest days, it would take like all day for the resin to dry. So I didn't get to make the new earrings I wanted to make, but I am going to work on that tomorrow. I'm really excited to do these because my earrings have been super popular, and it's just fun to do something new. And I think I'll also try and work on making a new cactus bear too.
Ooh, I saw her in every song, in every wrong. Beautiful to see the world that way. You'll say yes to anything, believe in what they say. Take a walk with your ultraviolets that fill my soul. Your ultraviolet, and every time I know the truth, speaking one way between me and you, and I'm fine.
So I've just put a bunch of stuff in the oven, and we'll see how that turns out, and we'll get to painting the eyes and starting to put the earrings together. The UV light does seem to kind of be working. It's just taken a long time, but it is getting there, and it's definitely working better than the other one. I might still return it. But yeah, I think what I want to do now is I'm going to start putting together the earrings I made yesterday, and then once the other ones are out of the oven, I'll put them together. I'm not going to put UV resin on them today. I'll probably wait until the other ones have dried, and then I'll put the new ones under there, just because there's no way I'm going to fit all of these earrings under it. I'm super happy with how cute these little stars are coming out. I love their little faces, and I think that's why they're so popular. If you do want to grab a pair, you can. The link down below for my shop is there. I do need to take photos of the yellow ones because they're not off my website yet. They're only available at the Horsham store so far, but I will be adding them to my site soon. There's so much that I want to do, but you know, just trying to fit everything in and around a part-time job as well is kind of tricky. But hopefully I'll get like sorted into a new routine, and I'll get more done every day, and everything will kind of sort itself out. I guess with just Christmas, everything's kind of been all over the place. But yeah, we'll just see how things go. So I think I finally figured out what's wrong with my resin, and it's my resin that's in the issue, not the lamp. I think I've got epoxy resin instead of UV resin. I looked on the listing on Amazon and it did say UV epoxy resin, and the box does say UV resin on it. However, the writing is in Chinese, so there could be a translation issue maybe, because everything else is not in English. So this could be epoxy resin instead of UV resin, which might make sense to why it's not hardening under the UV lights. I've bought some new UV resin, so hopefully that will be the issue sorted. We'll have to see when that arrives tomorrow. I'm just waiting for my last polymer clay bits to harden in the oven, and then we can get to painting their faces. Good morning. So my new resin has arrived, so hopefully this will be so much better than the old stuff, and hopefully I can get these earrings finished because I have quite a few to do today, and it'd just be good to get them out of the way. And then once that's done, I can get on to doing some paintings. So for Christmas I got this bag of wooden canvases and I want to do a painting one of these. Well, I say painting, I'm going to be using Posca markers, so it's not exactly like a painting, but you get what I mean, and I've been wanting to do it for a while, so it'll just be a bit of fun to get into doing some drawing again. So I decided to use my old UV lamp, the one that I thought wasn't working, just because it might still work and it's a little bit easier to hang the earrings off it so they can dry. If it doesn't work, I'll just switch to the other one because I don't think this one will work, but I might as well give it a chance anyway, because if it was the resin that was the issue, it might still possibly work, or at least it'll do something. So this is just why it's like a lot better to use this lamp than my other one, because my other one doesn't have anything to like put the paintbrush through and hang the earrings off. So I'm going to turn it on now and just hope it works. So a quick update, it's definitely working, it's definitely drying the earrings. It's taken a little bit longer than it should do, but it's fine, it's working, and I can just leave it under the light as long as it needs to until it is dry. And I know it will be done by the end of the day because it's already pretty dry and it's only been under there for half an hour or so. So hopefully in an hour or so it'll be completely done and I can package up the earrings. So I might as well, you know, finish all of these off and get them dried too. So I ended up moving it over here just because I think the UV light and the resin is making me feel a bit funny, so it's over here for now. But I am going to go and paint on those wooden canvases which are just up there. So I'm going to get everything off this table, move it over there, and then get started with the painting. The earrings do seem to be drying quite well. I don't think they'll be dry enough tonight to be able to package them up, and that's something I'm going to do another day. So I'm starting out by priming my wooden canvas with gesso. It's a good idea to do so you have a really nice base to paint on your canvas with. I just pour it directly onto the canvas and just make sure the whole plank is completely covered in it, and then just wait for it to dry before I start with the actual painting. So while I wait for the primer to dry, I'm going to set up my new tripod that I showed you last week. I'm really excited about this. I have had a little play with it just now because it's had to be charged up, but I think it's ready now for me to use it to make some TikToks. And I think it's going to be a really good little tool, and maybe it's so much easier to make TikToks because I can just film on my phone at the same time as I film on my camera, so I get like two different versions, one for TikTok and Instagram Reels and then one for YouTube. So I think it's going to be really useful, as it'll make my life so much easier when it comes to editing, and hopefully it means I'll be making more content on Instagram and TikTok. So yeah, I'm going to go and grab it and set it up. So here it is all set up. It's really good. I've just had a quick look at the video footage on my phone and it's coming out really well. So up here you've got a light there and a light down there, and you can kind of like change the different colours of the light. I don't think you can really see the difference on the camera. See, there's a bit cooler, a bit brighter. Yeah, so you can kind of play around with that and get different lights. The one on the top is probably better for when you're like doing selfies or something like that, but I'm not going to need that right now. And then this is what it looks like when you're filming on my phone. I hope I'm getting that in frame because I can't really see what I'm doing right now. But yeah, I can just like draw down here. And it will film everything on my phone, and it'll be the perfect size for TikTok, and I can just kind of edit it a little bit, cut things out, and throw it up onto Instagram or TikTok. So I'm not sponsored by this company or anything, or they haven't sent me this. I'm not even sure what company it's by, but I kept seeing these advertised on Instagram and they looked really, really expensive, and I kind of figured out that they were drop shipping websites because so many different companies were selling the same product and saying it was their product when it clearly wasn't. And then I went on AliExpress and I found it for about 12 quid, which I think actually is really, really good value, and I definitely recommend getting one of these things because it works so well. So to start with, I transferred my sketch onto my canvas so I could colour in the lines. I like doing this just because it means I'm happy with the overall piece, and it means I can get everything in proportion and the placement as I would like it. And as you can see, I'm just going in and colouring it all in with Posca markers. I have quite a big collection of Posca markers now. I mean, I don't have loads of them, I don't have even half of them, but I have been really clever in like making sure I get the colours I want, and selecting the ones that I will use often, and making sure I have a good number of different shades of the colours I will use, just because I feel like Posca markers are really, really expensive, so it's really good to kind of build your collection up as you go and work out what colours you need and what you're missing. I think I only started with 5 or 6 Posca markers, and now I must have close to about 20, so it's really nice that I have more colours now to use, but I've made sure that I've slowly built up my collection, and I'm not just buying them for the sake of it, so I'm not wasting any money. I did make a bit of a mistake here on these stripes. I decided that I wanted the colours to be a little bit different, but with Posca markers it's so easy just to go over the colours and make changes that I didn't regret it at all, and I'm really happy with how the colours turned out, and I think it looks much better having the colours different on each side. I was a little bit nervous when I was colouring these flowers just because I wanted them to look really, really graphic-y, and it was really difficult to keep my hands still and do a good job on the black outline, but I'm so happy with how they turned out and I think they look great. Then I went in and coloured all these purple squares, so I didn't want to kind of colour right to the edge of the canvas. I'm kind of making it look kind of sketchy at the edges, but I think that looks really nice and it works well with the illustration. And I like how you can also see the wood through the other squares. So I was originally wanting to paint them in white, but in the end I decided not really to touch them at all. I did end up going over them with a coloured pencil, but really, really lightly, and I didn't colour the whole box in to give it a really nice textured look, and I think that came out really well. So with the outline for this piece, I wasn't really sure what colour to go for, and in the end I decided to use blue instead of black. If you've known me for a while, I try to avoid using black as much as I can. I know I have already used black in this piece, but I wanted the line, I didn't want the line to stand out too much. Like, I wanted him to be the main point of the illustration, but I didn't want him to be too pop arty and stand out like that much. So I went in and shaded him in with some coloured pencils and did a blue outline instead, and I think that really worked well. And I love how coloured pencils look on the wood and on the Posca markers. I think it just adds loads and loads of texture, and it's just so fun using coloured pencils on wood. I can't believe I've never done this before, and I'm really happy with how they ended up turning out. My little lion painting is finished. I'm really happy with how this came out. It was a lot of fun using Posca markers on wood, and then I went over the top of them with Prismacolor pencils. Hopefully I'll, do some more painting on some wooden panels because I've got a whole bunch of canvases that need using. I just need to come up with some more ideas of what to do on them. I definitely think Posca is a good material to use in these little wooden canvases. You can get a lot more detail with it, which you can't really get with gouache or other paints, or at least for me anyway. I suck at doing details with paint, so Posca markers is like a really good way to get the detail on there, especially since like I've got a lot of those really thin pens, so I can go in there and add some nice outlines without like worrying too much that I'm gonna mess it up, because you can keep painting over with Posca markers really easily, and it's just a lot faster to use Posca markers than paint. So maybe in the future I might use gouache, coloured pencils and Posca markers to see how they all work together. I don't think coloured pencils will work very well on gouache, but I guess I can put Posca markers on top of gouache, so maybe I'll have a little play around at some point. So I'm nearing the end of this vlog. I think what I'm going to do now is package up those earrings. So they're all dried now and they're ready to be put into their little cellophane bags and the backing cards. So yeah, I'm going to get on with that and see if there's anything else I need to do, and then I'll end the vlog there. So I am going to end this vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. So this week I've been creating loads of new products, and I've had a lot of fun doing it, and I hope you guys like them. As I said earlier in the vlog, they're not going to be out until my next shop update, which will hopefully be in February. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a massive thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be the first to be notified for when I next upload. So I'm hoping to do about one video every 2 weeks or so. You'll also be able to keep up to date with everything I've got going on my other social medias, which is linked down below in the description. You've got my TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that kind of stuff. I do post things that I don't post anywhere else on some of those websites, so make sure you're following me there so you keep up to date on everything I am up to. Also, please leave a comment down below, as that really helps me out, and hopefully YouTube will show my videos to more people. Thank you again, and I'll see you next time. Bye!